Hi, I'm Andrea.
I'm Franti. We are the producers behind Girl City, and over the last few weeks, we've been exploring the many facets of plastic surgery in China. If you haven't managed to catch those episodes, do check out the link in the description box.
And before we wrap up this series, we would like to share with you some of our thoughts and also what the doctor told us that we needed to do to improve our faces.
Well, producing this series really opens a world to me that I didn't know much about before.
I didn't know that you need to go through so much in a plastic surgery until I met Qian Qian, actually the girl that we filmed who went on a surgery table. I remember that we put on the clothes before we went into the surgery room. It was quite scary to walk into that room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also interesting to me to see that the doctors are not as I expected. They are bantering and taking photos of themselves and chatting. And while Qian Qian is lying on the operation table, so it's just like business as usual for them.
Yeah, and I have the feeling that it's also business as usual for Qian Qian as well because she has done it a couple of times before. Yeah. And I also remember seeing Qian Qian being very certain about having a pointier nose. I remember when she was doing the consultation and also when she was on the surgery table, the doctor kept telling her that like maybe it's not a good idea for you to have such a pointy nose because it might even affect her breathing.
Yeah.
But she was very certain about it. She was saying that it's fine, I would like it. So it just struck me what drove her wanting to do it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we actually went to have the consultation ourselves and to have the doctor to analyze how we can improve our facial features.
I was actually quite nervous about the session and I knew that I will not go for any kind of plastic surgery. But still I was quite nervous about going for the session because it's just very uncomfortable that someone is sitting in front of you and just picking on your face and telling you how you can change your face. It's very uncomfortable to do.
我要整的话，就是这个地方应该
对，
要整。
下巴一定要整。其实我觉得鼻子还是要稍微动一些，
鼻子，
鼻头有点大，
鼻头什么意思？
鼻头有点肥大，
就是
宽
这个地方
啊。
But what was the doctor saying about that? How you need to change your face?
Well, both doctors suggested I should cut the inner corners of my eyes to make them look bigger.
哎，你有内眦赘皮，如果要是这样，哎，把眼角露出来，这样会显得眼睛就变大了哈。
开了以后，你眼睛会更长一些，眼睛显大一些，可以顺便做个双眼皮，把双眼皮稍微宽一点点。
睁开往前看，使劲睁眼睛，使劲睁，哎，就这样。
I remember when I was in middle school, I actually used those double eyelid tape to make my eyes look bigger.
It was really popular at the time.
For me, it was just for fun, and I knew that it's temporary, and so I've never thought about doing plastic surgery to change my eyes. I won't do it.
Is there any parts of your face or your body that you're still feeling uncomfortable about?
I think I've grown to like accept myself more, but still like because I have natural curly hair, so I still do like
where your natural color
here, like this part. Yeah, it's so curly, and I remember I hate it so much, but now I've been learn to how to accept it, but still I think every year I will still go to straighten them.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody has something about themselves that they're not comfortable with. Like I used to hate my 这个叫什么 birthmark. So I have like a lot of birthmark on my arm, and I used to be bothered by it. Like I remember my mom used to ask me to put on some weird medicine to make them go away, but it just didn't go away because their birthmark they're with you for forever. But I just forgot about it. I just don't care about it anymore.
Yeah.
And now I just see them as because they look like map. So it's like
well, I have scars here, and
yeah.
when I was younger, I'm insecure about this.
Yeah. I just don't remember how I become secure about it anymore. I just grown to accept it.
Yeah.
Personally, my favorite episode is the one where Yinong and Xiaochen had a chat together. We actually had a number of questions for them, but Yinong herself also asked some very sharp questions. Yeah, and they both agree that physical appearance is very important nowadays in the society that we're living in right now.
I have a younger sister who's 15, and I don't want her to be affected by this trend too. And
are you worried that like she wants to do plastic surgery because she's not comfortable with herself, that she may be bothered by it or like unhappy about it?
Yeah. And yeah, like for my sister and my friends, I will always help them to love themselves first. I think we should work on our self-confidence internally. Yeah.
And I think that for me, it's very important to accept yourself because it's one of the important factor or element to make you have a strong mind. And I want to be mentally very strong, and that includes, or that means that you need to accept yourself. So overall, I think I've learned a lot about plastic surgery from this project. I think it really gives me a fresh view about the phenomenon, and also it helps me understand myself more. What about you?
Yeah, me too. And it helps me to realize that how I've grown to learn more about myself and embrace myself. We hope that this series also help you on that.
Yeah, and we hope that the series would hopefully give you the positive energy whether you decide to go for plastic surgery or not, knowing that there are risks for any sort of surgery.
Yeah. If you have any thoughts, please comment down below.